Please be aware this was recorded during the closed beta, which means things could change, numbers may be tweaked, and I will add captions to this video if they do. However, I do not expect playstyles to change, but I will come back and redo the guide if required. Hey Pharah, how you doing?
Sorry, but I need to jet.
Oh, okay.
Shut down.
Pharah is an assault hero who fires rockets and can fly for a short time. Let's get into her abilities and find out what she's all about. Pharah's weapon is her rocket launcher. Long-range explosive projectile weapon. This launches one rocket per second that deals between 10 and 120 damage with a small knockback. 120 damage for a direct hit and as low as 10 splash damage if your target is 2 meters from the rocket's impact. The rockets fly straight with no arc or fall off, so will always deal full damage regardless of range. Pharah can hurt herself with rockets up to a maximum of 40 damage from a single rocket. Headshots do not score double damage. Pharah's shift ability is Jump Jet. Fly rapidly upwards. This launches you about 20 meters upwards and slightly forwards. Pharah's E ability is Concussive Blast. Launch an explosive blast to knock back enemies. This deals no damage and knocks any enemy back up to 10 meters with a direct hit. If Pharah is close to the blast, she will also be knocked back up to 10 meters, but has no effect on friendly targets. Pharah's passive is Hover Jets. Hold to hover. To activate, hold down the jump key or right click. A fuel gauge will appear and fuel will be drained as long as the button is held down. It takes only 2 seconds to use all the fuel, but it also only takes 2 seconds for it to fill back up. Pharah's ultimate is Barrage. Launch a continuous volley of mini rockets. This lasts 3 seconds and does over 2,500 damage over its duration. You are locked in place during the ability with no way to cancel it, but you can look around to adjust your aim. Right, that's the abilities. So when should you play Pharah? She is a situational offensive hero who worries more about enemy team composition than her own. She can destroy defensive lineups with her mobility and ability to provide splash damage from unexpected places. She is great against most defense heroes with the high damage and range that can make light work of turrets like Torbjorn's or Bastion and the vertical mobility to deal with Junkrat and Mei. But she gets shut down by well-played sniper heroes like Widowmaker or Hanzo. You can play Pharah on defense, as you rarely see Widowmaker or Hanzo in an offensive lineup, but I find she is less effective. Pharah is a pretty easy hero to pick up. Fly and shoot explodey things at the enemy, but you'll need to learn the maps to be able to use her effectively. Pharah can get to some great vantage points other heroes cannot, and this is where she excels, raining fiery death from places the enemy won't expect to see you and will struggle to shoot back at. As Pharah, you will need to predict enemy movements to be able to maximize your rocket damage. One of Pharah's death tips says don't shoot at your enemies, shoot where you expect them to be. Don't go for direct hits, aim at the ground near where you predict they will move to by the time your rocket arrives. A key mechanic on Pharah is hovering. Your hover jet fuel burns out in 2 seconds, which is not a lot of time, but you can stay in the air longer. Use jump jet to gain altitude, then rhythmically press your right mouse button or spacebar. This is much more efficient than holding it down, but it will take a little practice to get this right whilst firing accurately at the same time. Pharah becomes weak when she doesn't have range as an advantage. Try to stay at long range and less specifically dodging a sniper, as all medium and short range heroes will take you down pretty quickly. Use your concussive blast to give you some room, or if you're feeling particularly mean, to push somebody off the map. Despite being one of the key offenders for play of the game being known as Q of the game, Pharah's ultimate can be difficult to get off safely. Try to come at the enemy from an angle they wouldn't expect, or wait until your team have created a distraction, otherwise you could be blown up before you get your damage off. For some real play of the game moments, try synergizing your ult with ults from other heroes like Zarya, Reinhardt or Mei. These guys will hold them in place while you unleash the fury. And that's about it. Pharah is a pretty simple hero that will be easy to anyone that's played rocket launcher based shooters before. If you're new to the rocket launcher, get practicing, but it won't take long before it clicks. for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click that like button. If you have any questions or disagree with anything said, please put it in the comments below. I'm intending to have all 21 release heroes covered before the game is out on May 24th, so subscribe to get all that future content. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon.